Hey, what's up? It's David Speedrunner here, and this is Brave: The Search for Spirit Dancer. So I wanted to come on here to talk about a new category that I invented. It's called save file jumping. It's basically the same thing as any percent, except now that instead of remaining on this same save file, you can jump to another save file in order to skip unskippable levels like these. So normally, if you try to skip one of the levels, for instance here I'm on the Beatles level, you can get to the very end of this level, so you know, like when you have to grab the feather and something. But if you try and do that, the game will give you a void, unfortunately, meaning that like the passage to get to burial ground will not be there, and that's just how this game is programmed. So, like, like the game just basically wants you like to complete all the tasks and stuff, in order to progress on. And not doing that just basically soft locks the game. So, yeah, I was making a little discovery a long way back, and I saw that, oh yeah, using the wall glitch, you could skip to the very end of levels like this, Wolf's Hunt. You could do it in Red Tree Glade too, but I found a solution to that. But not for this level. So usually when you do this, like I said, yeah, the next part won't be loaded and you won't be able to progress on. So what save file jumping does is it allows you to have a save file that has all of the progress at the end of this level. So you will be able to move on to the passage to get to burial ground. So here, I'll go ahead and show off what happens here. So, and I guess I might as well pull in the route too for Beetle safe file jumping. So you could come over here, and as you can see here, we just kind of clipped into the third room early. But because of how this game is programmed, you can see that all of this here is not loaded in. Like there would be like I said, ground here. There'd be a path that way. Same thing goes over here on this side. And just based off of how this is programmed, like I said, the game looks for that you've completed all the other tasks before you can do any of this stuff. You can even see right there. That's the path for the second beetle. It cuts right there. So I'm going to skip to the end of this level. And you can do that right here. Like this, pretty easy. Just make two walls right here, stand on this little branch, and then jump to the end of here. And you can see the feather cutscene, the trigger to get the feather is there. But the feather is not here, and you can see that on the top left corner, your second feather does not show. And that is again just based off of this game here. So if you try to go to the end of this, you can see that the passage to get to burial ground is not here. Like even if you try to like go in there and stuff, you'll just fall. So, and you'll fall and you'll respawn outside of the exit. So that was very unfortunate when I was doing discoveries in this game. You can kind of see I soft locked it. Not sure why it respawned me there. But if you quit that save file, so we're gonna quit the save file here. Pardon this, it might take some time. So you go to load game, and you want to go to the appropriate save file. So the second feather is what you want it to be. You click that and you'll continue. And you might want to take it slow with the menuing just so you don't make any mistakes. Because you don't want to actually hit new save file and then, you know, kill your run just like that. You can see here now that the second feather is visible. I've completed all the tasks in this level. You can grab the feather just like normal. And now the passage to get to burial ground is here. So you, in order for the run to be valid, you have to have a checkpoint that does not go past this section. So if you end up saving over there in the passage where, you know, a new map spawns in, then that would not be allowed. If you have a save file that jumps all the way to burial ground, that would not be allowed. But sometimes, like I said, people might make mistakes and do it backwards. But that's fine. Like I said, when I was messing around with this, I reloaded it and I ended up getting spawned back there. But everything here was still loaded. So if you happen to have a checkpoint that just spawns you more back here, but you can continue on, then that's perfectly fine. Like I said, you're just gonna lose time. So I recommend that you make sure you have the right spawn points. And in this level, it would be here. And you can just basically skip all of the Beetles level just like that, under the save file jumping category. And note that this is only valid for save file jumping too, so don't try to submit an any percent run like this. Yeah, any percent you have to remain on the same save file. So yeah. And this pretty much, like I said, it skips all having to kill all 3 Beetles. Like I said, going into the second room takes a while. Going in there, the 3rd Beetle takes a while. I mean, like I said, we've been able to find a few tricks to like speed things up a little bit, but like, just not have a major skip like this. Like I've put hours into trying to doing it, and it's just nothing has come up. Yeah, me and another buddy have put in hours already. Like we've even tried using cheats and all that, and nothing. So this is the solution. Use a new save file and do this. Alright, well that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, if you're interested in running the category, this is the strat. Alright, I will see you guys later. Bye.